All right, just wrapped up a really good back workout. You will see that workout right after this. I just wanted to jump into some questions and comments that came in on yesterday's video. As you guys know, I not too often will I do some kind of reaction video. I mean, the majority of this channel, as you guys know, is all about hardcore, old school training, straight to the point, just getting after it. But every once in a while, I like to change some things up and kind of react and have some fun with some things. And I did a reaction video yesterday after a shoulder workout, reacting to Dr. Mike in a video that he recently posted where essentially, less is more. So how to get a lot shorter workouts in if you don't have time. Literally, I mean, when we talk about minimalist training, I mean, this video was literally almost non-existent training. Now, I understand people have different things going on in life. And again, don't take anything personal, but this is just my own personal opinion, is that I think, 99.9% of people definitely have the time to get into the gym several times a week, and definitely much longer than a half an hour. You can make the time. I mean, 24 hours is a lot of hours. So again, that's just my personal opinion. Again, I hope, anybody that takes offense to that, I apologize, but either way, that's just my own personal opinion. But also, it also really, again, sticks true. Again, this channel is going to stick to the philosophies. Number one, the love and passion to train. That's what this channel is about. I'm going to talk a little bit in response to a couple comments that came in here when we talk about love and passion, what that really means. But it's also about hardcore old school training. So again, I'm sticking to those philosophies. We are sticking to those philosophies. So of course, I'm going to react with some bias. And unfortunately, my passion sometimes will get the best of me, and sometimes people may take offense to that, especially if they are, following some of these major influencers out there. So again, I can't, change your feelings or how you may interpret what I'm responding to. And I'll also be honest too, sometimes I can, ramble quite a bit and kind of run all over the place. But regardless, again, I'm going to obviously stick to what this channel is all about. I'm not going to veer off of that. Hardcore old school training for all those that are subscribed to this channel and been following along for a while. Know and understand the true meaning of old school hardcore training and the true meaning of what it means to have true love and passion, regardless of all the competitions and how much weight you lift and what people think you look like and all of that. Again, I promise you, if you stop worrying about what people think about what you look like or what you should do or what you should look like or how you should look, once you stop worrying about that, I promise you, you'll train harder, you'll train with more passion, more energy, and more love. I promise you that. Stop being influenced by, again, internet warriors and influencers that are lying and selling gimmicks and always promoting something and trying to appeal to the masses for some personal gain. So try not to get caught up in that. Stick to who you are and what you believe, and live that. So again, that's what I'm doing. Nobody has to agree with what I say. That's okay. That's okay. Healthy debate is always great. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. I would have never started this channel if I wasn't prepared for people to have their own opinion. They have a right to that, and this is obviously posted publicly, and so you have the ability to comment any way you like, but please don't get upset if you don't like some of my biases and some of my personal views on how training is. I've been in this for a long time, 28 years training, various different methods, and just at the end of the day, it's a love and passion to train. So with that, I'm going to jump into some questions and comments that came in on yesterday's video, which was the shoulder day, and then, of course, a little reaction video to Dr. Mike. And we got quite a few questions and comments that came in on that video. So we're going to start with the first one here, coming in literally 5 minutes ago from Dave Does Stuff. Just says, keep it going with some emojis. Shout out to you, Dave. Appreciate that. Got another one here from Vocal G1, definitely an OG of the BG crew. Just says, I think some people overthink shit. Just get your ass to the gym or home gym and start pumping and crushing and read your body. Everybody's different. You work your ass off, crushing the weight, mix your routine up, shock the muscles like Arnold says. You crush, you eat, you sleep, and repeat. Absolutely do, again, train hard. And again, so although, again, I understand there are people out there have different methods and have shorter time and longer time in the gym, do different volume, do more intensity, have different so-called goals. I understand all of that. But again, there's a lot of things being missed when we see the lies and the social media influencing out there that I think truly take away from the love and passion and have people manipulated into thinking not with their own brain and thinking and living. I've said many times before, don't walk in someone else's shoes. So again, I understand that there's a lot of people there that have different methods and different strategies and different philosophies and all of that. And at the end of the day, what it comes down to is regardless of what you think my biases are, what my personal opinions are, or what your personal opinions are, and what your biases are, at the end of the day, those that truly love and have a passion and respect the iron will always show through. That's guaranteed. They'll always show through regardless of our differences. So either way, shout out to Vocal G1 on that comment. Another one from Moada Tuada just says, cool shit and hashtags and sessions. So shout out to you. Appreciate that. Got another one here from PUNXSUTAWNEY Phil 3944. I know we've talked about the handle before, but hey, I just spelled it out. It's the best I could do with that. Just says, do you ever get sick? Yeah, 2 weeks ago I got sick. Was running a fever. Kind of talked a little bit about that on a trap and tricep day. But yeah, definitely. Usually I'm good for maybe 1 or 2 really good kind of traditional colds throughout the year. It is what it is. It's all part of the process. Again, as I say, no one's promised 100% health. It's what you're going to do with that when you don't have that 100% health. You have the choice to either continue to pushing through or use it as an excuse to not do what you want to do. So appreciate that question. But yes, of course, we all do, I think. Got another one here from Christopher4583. Just says, Jesus loves you. John 3:16, John 14:6. Shout out to that. Appreciate that. Got another one from Paris Smith 7271. Just says, my white brother from another mother. Smoke it like always, no stopping. Your black brother from another mother killed it. Also, BG forever and for life. Let's go. Shout out to you, P-Dog. Appreciate that. Got one here from an OG, Outlaw Josie Wales. Says some will spend 2 hours on YouTube to research how to shorten their time in the gym, then spend another 2 hours on Facebook telling their buddies about it, laugh out loud, spend less time contemplating and more time training. How did the most meathead and alpha act of pushing iron become such a complex thing? Absolutely. So, Outlaw, you're speaking the language. Again, people may disagree with some of us, and that's okay. But again, if you just heard what the Outlaw's comment was, is really don't overcomplicate this. And one of the points, even now that with that being said, and I think about the reaction to yesterday's video, is just here was another video to add more complication to the millions of things out there when it comes to programming and routines and all the apps you can download and the online coaches and the so-called gurus and all of that. It's just getting it's not that complicated. It's not that complicated to find. If you love to do this, to find the time to do it, number one, you will. If you really love to do this, you'll find the time to do it. Regardless, there's 24 hours in a day. You can make time. And then the other side of that is, again, it's not that complicated to figure out the foundational movements of old school training, utilizing free weights, barbells, dumbbells, and plates. I mean, it's really not that hard. The foundational lifts have been set in stone for a long time when it comes to free weights. Old school methods, again, free weights first, then maybe some machines. But you have to build a foundation first, and the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to train with free weights. Now, you could disagree with that. You could disagree with the hardcore old school kind of methods, and that's okay. But again, that's what I believe, and that's what I am putting out, and that's what this channel is putting out as well. So Outlaw, shout out to you, appreciate that. Another one here from TGY6. Seeing your comments on the channel, bro, really appreciate it. Has a question here, says, are all those 6 sets all working sets, though, or just the last 2 or 3? They're all working sets. So the workout will start with a warm-up of the very first exercise I'm going to do of an extremely light weight. So we'll take bench press for an example. The warm-up will be, just the bar. I'll do some reps there, and then I'll jump into my first working set. And again, I'll traditionally work up in weight, and then I like to change it. I like to take each set as a kind of an individual workout. I've said that many times before. The second set, for the most part, on the average, the second set for every movement I do, for every split I have, the second set is usually setting the rep range and or the rough rep range of where I want my remaining sets to be. So if I hit 15 reps on my second set, which is still a working set, just like my first set is, my second set, being a working set, will be whatever reps I get on that second set will be what I'm trying to target for my remaining sets. My remaining sets with that second set, setting the rep range, if I don't hit those reps, what I like to do is either on the next set, lighten the weight so I hit those reps, or even on like the third set, if I don't hit the reps that I hit on the second set, what I'll do is I love doing a drop set to get to those reps. So let's say, my second set is 225 on the bench, and then my third set is 275. Okay, and I hit 15 reps with 225, and then the goal is 15 reps with 275, of course. And if I hit, let's say, 10 reps with 275, I like to do a drop set. So I'll strip the 25s off, and then I'll hit some remaining reps to finish and or beat that, that 15 rep range, which was set in the second set. So again, that's how I like to kind of play it out. And each set is all based on feel and how I, again, how I feel and what weight I'm using and all that. I like to progress up in weight. Although, again, like I said, if I have to do a drop set because maybe I went a little too heavy and I can't hit the rep range that I set on the second set. But for the most part, I'm either staying at the same weight or jumping up in weight, based on how I feel. So shout out to that. Appreciate the question. But overall, they are all working sets, from set 1 all the way to set 5, set 6, set 4, set 8, whatever I'm doing. I consider them all working sets. And failure, again, is very subjective. Obviously, over time, I've learned what failure is for me. And there's two different, ways for failure. I mean, there's literally, extreme failure where it's like literal failure. You're dropping the weight. You have a safety bar. You drop the weight on there. So I can go to that point. Or it's failure to where, again, the muscle is not going to be, but I mean, it's just this crazy intense burn, like so much blood in the muscle, so much like literally, not in the sense that like if I do another rep, I'm going to tear it off, but almost like, I just know where it's time, So again, that's kind of with that, but they're all working sets. So appreciate the question. Got another one here from Daniel Andrus 2637. This is the pimp BS I can't stand. Shame on Dr. Mike. Hey, you high school kids, Bob the accountant, it is feasible for you to lift 500-pound deads or to meet that type of feat without deadlifting. Shout out to Daniel Andrus. You saw my few little responses at the early part of that reaction, so shout out to that. Appreciate that. Another one here from Mr. Pink 6022. Mr. Pink always has a couple good ones. Just says, nothing is new under the sun. I just bought a calf and I'm going to lift it every day until it's a bull. Shout out to that. Appreciate that. Love it. Another one here from Outlaw just says, I would guess maybe 1% of people claim they can't train for an hour a day due to time or being honest. For the other 99%, it's an excuse, lazy, or weight training just isn't a priority to them. BG trains at insane hours to make it happen. I train at 5 a.m. every day to make it happen and leave my evenings to be a dad and husband. Training is one of many priorities to me and clearly to BG also. We have gone from telling people things are hard and you have to want it to telling them how to make it easier so it works for them. You strive for less money, a lesser job, a lesser home, lesser intelligence, or lesser life. Of course not. Less is never more. Less is less. Get the biggest bite out of life you can. Outlaw, once again, shout out to you. Appreciate that comment. Got another one here from Robert Claire 2278 says, man, the rant sounded like you smoked a bowl and got stuck in some kind of weird hypnotic overthinking vortex. Yeah, sometimes I'll ramble and it gets confusing. As I said in the video, I might be in left field with a few of the rambling rants and whatnot, but clearly it's for some reason making sense to me, but appreciate that. Shout out to that. Another one here from Brian Gentile says 7305 says myo reps are another way of saying rest, pause, You don't drop the weight, you just extend the set with the same weight. I'll say this is a very effective method of training. Yeah, when I look back on the video, I got a little confused between the myo sets, which I'm learning about, and I'll humble myself with that. And again, because at the same time he talked about drop set, so I automatically took the term drop set and ran with it. So I appreciate that feedback, and definitely will kind of look into some of those methods. So shout out to that. Another one from Eric McKinney, 4607. You do know that not allowing your muscles to get the proper amount of rest is hampering your overall muscle growth. Eric McKinney, appreciate the comment and feedback. If you're new to this channel, I don't know, I'm not sure if I've seen many of your comments. My goal is not to build muscle. I don't care about building muscle, and there's some replies to your comment in here. Again, my overall goal is to continue to love and to have a love and passion to train. I don't have a love and passion to grow muscles or to look a certain way. I could care less what I look like. I could care less if my muscles are growing. I don't care about that. I love to train. Regardless of the outcome of physique and trying to attain some subjective view of how I look or what people think I look like, I don't care about all of that. You know, the goal is not to gain muscle. I understand that people may be confused when they see the training style. They see me down here smashing it, kind of bodybuilding, old school bodybuilding split type of methods. Overall, I'm just training because I love to. I do not care about muscle gain and all of that. Again, I just don't care if I'm not growing muscle. That's not. I love to train, and I'm doing it every day. I'm getting to do what I love to do, and regardless of what I look like or trying to build 20-inch biceps and have them match my cat, I don't care. I don't care about any of that. So again, not personally. Again, this is just me saying, responding back to that, is that people automatically assume that people are you're assuming something that I am not. I'm not set to do. I don't care about muscle growth. That's not my intention. My intention is to showcase my love and passion to do this every day, regardless of muscle growth. So appreciate the comment though. Got another one here. This is from RPE. RPE, I'm glad you're still here. Great. I love seeing your comments. Obviously very transparent, very honest, very opinionated. I think it's great, but either way, I'm glad you're still checking out the videos and on the channel. Just says he doesn't care. He thinks his method is optimal training every single day at his age of 40. It's not. The body grows when not consistently taxing the central nervous system and muscles. BG knows that, but oddly enough, does the exact opposite to inhibit growth. He should work on fixing his glaring, obvious muscle imbalances, but he won't do that either. That's weird. Appreciate the response to or the comment on that. RPE, you've kind of been on this. This is kind of your MO or your opinion's kind of the same all the time. For you must be really self-conscious about how you look. I don't care. Like I said, as I just said to Eric McKinney, I don't care about muscle growth. I don't care about, there's some comments in here about striations and see, this is what's happening. Social media's got people so jargoned, so their heads so boggled with all of this crazy stuff to look a certain way, or what do I care about being balanced if I'm not I don't care about balance. If I was stepping on stage and doing a bodybuilding competition, then I think constructive criticism for me to step on stage, as far as imbalances go, would be absolutely appropriate. But I'm not, and I know that you've been following along. You know kind of where this all going. I don't care about any of that. Again, when you really stop caring what other people think you should look like, and maybe this should be something you should kind of look at for yourself. Again, I promise you, your training will be that much more awesome. It's so amazing when you're not complicated and you're constantly worried about how you look. Why are you so worried about how you look? That's a problem. That's an issue. Again, body dysmorphia is a huge issue. It really is. It wreaks havoc on people's mental health. Body image, body dysmorphia, worrying about how you look all the time and making sure that you're perfect. That's not what that's not what this is about. I don't want to be perfect. Old school training is not about being perfect. Love and passion to do this is so far from trying to attain being perfect or making sure things match each other. Who cares? Again, take a look at yourself and really process that. If you're really that worried about how people view you, then you're on a different level. You're on a different level. You maybe, I don't know if you're a bodybuilder, maybe you're really trying to attain a physique that judges, that people that you don't even know can judge you on. But for me, it's just not what I don't care about a subjective view of how people view me. And unfortunately, a lot of people out there are being influenced that you should look a certain way, and that, if you're training old school or training like a bodybuilder, then you should be balanced. That makes no sense. If you're competing and you want to please some judges for whatever reason, then maybe you should look at your imbalances. I'm not competing. I don't care about what I look like. I love to train. But either way, shout out to that. There's a few other responses and comments on here to that one comment, but I'm not going to jump into those. Just going to do a couple more, and then I got to rock and roll. So I got one here from David Lifts Heavy Circle. It says, I understand changing views with further information over time, but Mike smells like a rat to me. He always comes off incredibly disingenuous and fake, just like Coach Greg. I'm glad others are seeing it. Another one here from Raiden Swims Better Than Snake. Says, this is why I love this channel. No BS, only the truth. I love to hear straight up lifestyle advice from you. I like the shirt too, man. Laugh out loud. Shout out to you. Appreciate that comment. Got another one here from Jason75. Jason75, I know you commented on a few of the videos. Appreciate your comments and your opinions and your transparency. Just says, hey, bub. Hey, bub, okay. Says, you got to cut up. You need more striations, less weight, more reps. Again, appreciate the comment, Jason75. If you just heard my little talk in reference to RPE and Mike, I think was it Eric McKinney. I love to train. I don't love striations. I don't care about striations. What does that even mean? Who cares? I know how to cut up. I just did a video on a huge weight loss cutting phase that I did of over 100 pounds. Regardless of what I looked like at the end of that, again, as far as cut goes, been there, done that. I have no intention of doing that. And as far as striations go, who cares? Who cares? Again, social media is influencing people to care about striations. Like, who cares? Again, be comfortable with who you are. Don't have this crazy image of what you're supposed to look like. If you have a goal of stepping on stage and being in condition for these striations, that's great for you. I'm not trying to get conditions for I don't care about striations. I don't have a love and passion for striations. I have a love and passion to train, not for striations. So either way, got to rock and roll. Phone calls are coming in, as you heard. The day is ready to rock. So I will see you guys for the next lift. Let's go. Last one. Goodbye. Let's go. Last one. Hit by. Last one. Ooh. Last one, let's go, come on. Yep. Oh. Ooh, 5 more. Cool, goodbye. Let's go. Last one. Get by. Get by. Let's go, last one. Come on. All right.